Hello and welcome to Incremental Factory. We've looked at this game before on the channel, but this game has gone through a major update and reworked a lot of the core experience to the game. So we're going to hop in and check it out. It just came out today as I'm recording this. This is version 0.7.38. So let's hop into a new game and see what it's all about. Alright, this is the starting screen. There is not much to it. We have to unlock all the good stuff that we are going to need to build our factory. So we will start by manually mining some stone. We can do that by clicking this button right here. I think once we do 20 of them, it will unlock some new items. So that unlocks the kiln. The kiln costs 10 stone to build. We can just click on this plus button. This has building slots. We are right now located on the headquarters parcel. This is the only parcel available to us at the start of the game. It has 64 building slots, so we can put 64 buildings down here. We just have one kiln right now. It requires some coal. It'll take 2 stones and 1.2 coal and turn it into bricks. As you can see right here, this number is going up slowly. And we just have to keep manually mining some stone and some coal to keep it operational. That unlocks the iron smelter. Iron smelter costs 10 bricks. So let's go ahead and build that. We're going to need to manually mine some iron. And that iron smelter will now make iron plates for us, as you can see right here. The iron miner will mine iron for us automatically, which is super nice. Requires 10 iron plates, 10 bricks. Go ahead and build one of those. Stone miner now, that way we don't have to manually mine stone. So happy days there. You can see these numbers are in red. That means we are using more of the material by 0.81 per tick on this one, for example, than we are mining. But as you can see, the kiln requires 2 stone for 1 brick. So, and the stone miner has a little bit of a multiplier on it. You can see over here on the left-hand side of the screen, we have a yield percentage. This will go up and down as we progress through the game, but it basically depletes slowly. Every time it goes through 50,000 resources, it depletes by 1%. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but it does make a significant difference as you start harvesting a ton of resources. Let's grab a coal miner. And we're going to need some extra, let's see, this is 2 to 1, so let's grab an extra iron miner and an extra stone miner. That puts all our numbers in green. We're going to need a ton of bricks, so let's just go ahead and do 4 and 2. We're missing some iron plates and bricks, so we're going to have to wait for that. There we go, we can build a power plant. Now we can see our power in the top left here. It looks like we start off with around 12 power in the hub automatically. The coal power plant adds 16 power per plant, and it generates some coal ash, which we'll use later in the game. Okay, next up we have some gear presses to unlock. They require 1 iron plate. So let's go ahead and grab extra setup of those. As you can see now our coal is a little bit low, so let's add another coal miner. And that's add the gear press. So that'll turn 1 iron plate into 2 gears. That unlocks the red science factory. Red science is what we're going to really want, because that way we can start researching our way towards better factory components. Go ahead and build one of those. That unlocks the research parcel in the top right corner here. Click on that. There you can see there's a long list of stuff we need. There are multiple different colors of research as we get into the game. We're going to concentrate on this red one. We really want this expansion tech, which will unlock the map, which is the main feature of the game. So let's go back into the parcel and work towards red science. Red science, this we'll do 2 of those, so we're going to need some gears coming in. We actually have all this stuff that just requires gears, so let's go ahead and up our gear production. This requires 1 iron plate, so we're going to need extra iron setup, which will give us an extra gear setup, which should give us some more. So there we go, we're running 0.4 per tick. We are at the maximum of energy right now, so we're going to want to add another coal power plant here. That gives us 32, gives us a little room to work with. Back to the research tab here. Research tab, we can unlock the expansion tech. Let's go ahead and research that. That unlocks the map here in the top right. We click on the map, we can see this is the headquarters building that we were previously in. It kind of changes the UI a little bit, but this is our parcel we were just working on. And now we have the ability to add a production parcel down here. It costs 2 gears and 2 bricks to add, and that cost will go up as we build more. So like when we build one here, we can see the next one cost us 6 gears and 6 bricks. So we're going to make sure we're constantly producing those materials. So we're going to go ahead and start setting up some production chains. We are going to set up this as a brick miner. So we're going to grab some stone miners. 4 of those, 2 of those, and 1 coal miner. It labels the parcel automatically based on what you add to the parcel first. So kind of be careful what you add first. That way you don't have to rename a lot of the stuff. Then we can just grab this, drag a line from here over to here, in to out, and we're going to send bricks. And now we can see this has a little bit of storage to it. We're only producing 2 bricks per tick here. So as you can see, this number, once it transfers the stockpile from here to here, we can see now it's at 2 per second. So we'll add separate production chains for each one. We actually want to work on getting extraction tier done, and we will do steel mill as well. Back to the map. That has unlocked a new tab for us, the extraction tab, or extraction parcel I should say. This has a little bit of a bonus. If you hover over it, it says all extraction buildings gain plus 30% output boost, no throughput limit when connected to a node. We don't have nodes unlocked yet, but the 30% is helpful. Right now these have a limit of 8 per second transfer rate, so this has a 30% boost to that. So this will be, let's make this a stone miner. Put 6 of them in there, I guess, for now. We're just going to add some for working with. And then, so we want to transfer stone to here. We want to come back into this parcel, take the stone miner out. And now it just has the kiln, which requires stone and coal. So the coal we'll leave in there. Stone is now coming from outside the parcel. I want to set up a separate production line for each one of these materials: bricks, iron plates, gears, so that we have some coming into the headquarters. The headquarters is capped on storage right now. It has 2,500 storage capability, but we will have ways to expand that in the very near future. But let's go ahead and set up some extra production lines. Let's add an extraction for the iron. Let's add a production for the, let's see, this will be iron plates. We can do 8 per second, so I will do 8 of these. I think 1 coal miner should keep up. So that will require 16 ore per second. So we will have to grab an iron miner here. Get this up to 16, which I don't think we can actually transfer 16 per second right now. Let's go ahead and drag a line over to here and check it out. So the most we can transfer is 8 per second right now. That'll change. So we're not going to worry about setting up stuff up to ratio quite yet. This will be iron plates down to, we drag it to the empty arrow down here, and set up to iron plates. So let's set up another one for gears, and then we will do actually one for steel as well. Before I add those, we are going to work on power, because we are at 88% power over here already, so that's already becoming a problem. Let's grab an extraction parcel. If we hold Alt down, it maxes out the coal miners. That is 16 coal miners, way more than we need right now, but we might as well just do it. And then we can add a production parcel down here. And we can just make this our power producer. So let's add some, start with 5 coal power plants. And then we need to supply it with some coal. And there we go, our power should be coming back online now, 128. Next up, we want to start producing red science at a pretty steady rate. We have a setup down here. We can grab this and make this be iron mining. We'll need 8 per second. Right now that's all we can transfer. So this will be iron over to the smelters. We need to process 8 per second, which would be 4 of these would take 8 per second. So that's 4. We'll need 1 coal miner to make the smelters work. I try to keep every parcel singularly focused, with exception to the smelters. They need a coal miner to be able to process the smelting. So we'll take the plates over to the gears. That'll be 4 plates per second, which will be 4 of these. Now I'll take the gears to the red science, and red science will go up to the headquarters. We have 8 per second coming in, so we can add 8 per second would be 16 of these. You can go to the research. This unlocks the node parcel. Let's go ahead and grab that. Node parcels are awesome. They are very useful. It has 2x base throughput on output connections, which equals 16 per node. No throughput limit when connected to another node. So we'll add one of these. These cost steel to build and bricks. But we can start redoing our chains a little bit and really focus on ratios now at this point. Like we can, let's come up to the steel place. Grab this up here. This is 8 per second here, as you can see, but if we drag this up to here, we have to delete this one because we can't have more than one connection here. So we'll now deliver ore to here. You can see that it instantly goes way high. So the throughput limit is super high when it comes to extracting basic resources. Then we can just grab this to here. And now this has 20 connections, so we could actually grab another production parcel, throw this up here, set this to process 8 iron ore per minute. Then we can grab a second one of these and grab that down to there. So that will, now we're making 2 sets of iron plates. This requires 5 iron plates for every 1 piece of steel. So we need to actually get 5 setups of these coming up. Like we can grab another extraction parcel over here. Grab some iron miners and pull this into here. And as you can see, this is going to evenly distribute it to what is required out here. Super handy. Another cool feature, if you hold shift down and drag a box, I don't know why you can't see the box. You used to be able to see the box that you're dragging, but now you can't. But anyway, it selects these 2 parcels you can see, and it brings up this menu right here. This is alignment menu, so you can easily align nodes. You can easily distribute nodes. I think it's this one here. So it spaces them out evenly, so it's super nice to lay out your stuff that way. Alright, I've got nodes laid out mostly for everything. Should be easy to expand as we needed now. We can go back to the research menu and unlock the warehouse tech. Takes 1,000 red research. But now we have the ability to build warehouses down here. This is going to be very important. It's going to increase our capacity of storage. Let's go ahead and build one there. It's super expensive, 2,000 stone, 1,000 bricks, and 500 steel. So let's add one there. Now you can see down here the next one costs 5,000 stone, 2,500 bricks, and 1,250 steel. So quite expensive. Storage is global. It is 2,000. As you add more storage, you'll have ways of increasing the capacity of this warehouse as well. But they are global, so if you have 2 warehouses, your storage limit is 4,000, not 2,000. If you have 3 of them, it's 6,000, and that is global. So if you pump, like, let's go ahead and delete all these. Remove all these connections. Move the headquarters over here, put the warehouse here, and we will start putting this stuff into the warehouse. We've got enough to add a second warehouse. Let's go ahead and grab it. Now if you click on the warehouse here, you can see our storage is 4,000 instead of 2,000. So if I were to deliver, say, steel to this one as well as to this one, that does not double our steel storage. This steel storage can handle up to 4,000 of steel, and that's global. We can't hold more than 4,000 of steel no matter how many warehouses we put it into. So that is just a general cap, and we don't need to connect the warehouses to make advantage of that. They automatically recognize that this is capacity limit of 4,000 for steel. So it will deliver steel to this warehouse until we have 4,000 in stock. So I've divided out some of our production lines. This is all iron down here going into this warehouse. So iron plates, steel, gears, that kind of thing. and the rest of it is going in up here. Kind of keep it organized for now. We can go back to the research. We can now unlock the excavation tech, which is a huge feature of the game. It unlocks a new tab up here called excavation, and we have this drill here. This drill here is how we will progress through unlocking different materials. Right now we need to dig to level 1, and that will unlock copper for us. But when we hit the dig button, there will be enemies that spawn in here and try to come and attack your drill. If they destroy your drill, you do not progress to the next level. And you can put, like, let's go ahead and build some walls. You need first off, you actually need floors to build on. These gray things are floors here. We can click on the floor button. We'll do 3x floors. And this uses 63 bricks and 45 steel for every 3 blocks. So all the military tech is locked behind green science here, it looks like. Military Tech 1, green science. So we need to go back to the excavation. It looks like level 1 might be a freebie. We might not get attacked on level 1. Let's go ahead and take our chances and click dig. This sets a timer off. We will be attacked during this time normally. And then once we beat the level, it unlocks copper, copper plates, and copper cables. So the next level, let's go ahead and click here. This changes it to gray. We will be attacked. The next level will yield increase by 25%. I believe that is this one here. This is as low as it'll go, 20%, which is quite low. But we're not going through it too quickly right now. That will change in the near future. Now that we've unlocked copper, we have some new recipes we need to start producing. Let's grab some extraction nodes for copper. These will be copy. We'll need to do copper plates. We'll need to do copper cables. And finally we will need to do something for green science up here. So copper plates are just basically the same. They're 2 copper ore to 1 copper plate. So we'll just set this up as usual. This top layer here is our green science setup. It requires 12 copper cables and 4 bricks. So I've decided to make the copper cables inside this parcel for now, just because transferring 12 copper cables per second is slightly a challenge right now. So that is 6 of these inside here. We're going to actually try to do a second one here. So that would be 12 of these, which means we need 12 copper plates coming in. So we're not going to quite be able to do that, but we need to get copper plates in here. So we'll have to do another production node up here real quick for extraction node, production node. We'll get copper plates coming in up here, take the cables here, but this is bricks, stone being mined here, sent through the node to the bricks thing here. And bricks just go through the node to the green science. So we need to get copper plates coming in here, and then we will have green science being made. Green science right here, we can only transfer 8 per second right now, so we're not able to supply the full 12 iron plates that are needed for this right now. So it's not operating at full capacity, but it's good enough to get us going. We have some green research going now. Once we get to this one is what we're going to aim for first. Edge throughput tier 1 increases edge throughput to 16 items per tick. Right now we are at 8. Back to the research, we can grab this edge throughput, makes it to 16 items per tick. And let's grab military tech 1 as well. Back to the map, we can now see these are going to fluctuate a little bit until we get them all set up for 8. Now we are up to 16 per second. So we'll start producing stuff a little bit faster now, which is always nice. Then we can take a look at the excavation menu. We now have walls and turrets. The only turret we have right now is this one. Costs 700 steel and 3,500 bricks to build one, and then it gets escalating costs quickly. Let's go ahead and build one. So now it's 1,200 and 6,000 bricks. So we can't build a second one already because we we're missing all the bricks. So we really have to gear up production to make sure we can produce this stuff fast enough. Grab this warehouse expansion that'll increase our storage capability. We really want to get to these turret attack ranges and upgrade our military so that we have a better chance of being successful in our military campaign. See if we have the supplies. There we go, we have two turrets. You can see the range here. We could probably build some walls. Alright, I had to step away for a minute, and when I came back, all my resources are filled up. So let's go ahead back to the excavation here. See if we can put down another turret or two maybe. See if we can put one here. Missing 8,000 bricks. Once we get these 8,000 bricks, we will put down the last turret and see if we can survive the first attack. While we're waiting on bricks, let's go to the research. We have a whole bunch of research stored up here. Almost 10,000 green. That's just from letting it sit for a while. Let's go ahead and increase the node parcel output. Let's grab this all turret damage. That sounds good. Increase all turret attack speed. 2,500. Let's go and do that one. Let's grab these two here. And reduce the energy consumption. So that spends all our research points. We will have to wait till it builds back up again, but we at least did some military upgrades, so that should help in our next excavation. Let's see if we have enough space yet, or enough bricks yet. There we go, we have enough. So the next turret requires 20,000 bricks. So that is quite crazy. We have walls built and 4 turrets built up. Let's go ahead and give it a run and see what happens. So we're just going to click on dig here and see what happens. Starts the timer. Here comes some critters. Looks like we're going to be able to do it no problem. So the waves get harder and harder as we go. The deeper we get into the mine, the harder the enemies get. But that should unlock maximum game speed ×2. So that's super awesome. Down here now we have on the bottom left hand corner of the screen, we have this 1x. We can go up to 2x. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't have it at 2x. If the lag gets too bad, maybe I'll have to put it back down, but this basically just increases game speed by 2x, so I don't know why you wouldn't have it on. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Next few episodes we'll see how deep we can get into the excavation process and start expanding our factory. We just unlocked Gen 1 chips, so we'll have to do a production line for that. That is the node. Production Gen 1 chips down here. And Blue Science is available already. But we need to get silicone unlocked for that, so it means we're going to have to go deeper in the mine and fight more enemies and put more turrets in. So, good stuff. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.